Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out. I am grateful for everyone who is in the building early. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. If you guys have not smashed that like button yet, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you guys haven't shared the stream yet, share the stream. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If there's any technical issues, give me a thumbs down or an angry face, and I will try to work on them. As you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Like I said, she's the reason why I decided to do that stream that I did yesterday. And also make sure y'all show some love to TD and AB. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TD and AB because, as y'all know, your boy was frustrated. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? They came through with some words of encouragement, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Terrence Jackson. What's good with it, bro? We got Mike Mellis John in the building. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to my man Crew Reality. What's good with you, bro? We got Hurricane IQ in the building. Shout out to you, bro. We got Miss Nisi in the house. Shout out to Miss Nisi. Let's give it up again for Brooklyn Queen for doing like enforcement. Make sure y'all throw them like enforcers in the chat. We got Xavier. Shout out to you. Good to see you as always. All right. Shout out to Hurricane IQ. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji in the ducks in the chat for Hurricane IQ. For standing on business for 8 months. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate it. We got my man Vincent Harper in the building. Shout out to you. Let me see. Shout out to her. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen with the super chat off the rip. Definitely appreciate it.
Silence. I ain't got no money, pie.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? They not like us. You know what I'm saying? They try to do their thing, and they do their thing okay, but they just they just not like us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vega. We got Vega in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that, you know, we got to keep an eye on Vega. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Nisi. Definitely appreciate it, Miss Nisi. Shout out to Carla. Appreciate it, Carla. As you guys can see, StreamYard is acting crazy already. Shout out to Miss Nisi, standing on business as always. Definitely appreciate you, Miss Nisi. Make sure y'all show Miss Nisi some love because y'all already know.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Shout out to my man Win Loser Rug in the building. What's good with it, bro? And we got the Splash Sisters in the building. The twin terrorists in the house. We got Val Williams and we got Carla Locker. It is good to see y'all as always. All right. So we're going to talk about an interesting topic real quick. And I'm actually going to try to get a couple streams in because there's some interesting stuff going down that I actually want to talk about that actually plays into a lot of the things that I've been talking about for a long time. But what I want to do is I want to form a picture for y'all of all of this stuff coming together. All right. So the title of the stream is called The YouTube Racial Subscriber Gap is Creating a Massive Wealth Transfer That We Won't Benefit From. And when I say we won't benefit from it, I don't mean to be a, you know, what do you call that? A fearmonger or like a doomsday person or whatever. But what I want people to understand is I want people to understand the interlocking networks of these apparatuses and how it's harmful for us when we don't own any of them because of the quote unquote wealth transfers that go on. All of these people on YouTube that talk all of these facetious claims and talk about, oh, business and all this stuff is money going out of the black community. They make these claims when it comes to gender war content. They make these claims when it comes to shaming, but nobody ever puts it into an actual financial and legal, economic, and investment framework. It's just used as talking points, which, if you ask me, is one of the reasons why you really don't see any progress with any of this kind of stuff. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson, because a lot of the things that I talk about in those terms with the business environment is like a evolution or like an expansion onto the powernomics model. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly the same as the powernomics model, but it's more like an updated powernomics. You know what I'm saying? It's like powernomics with a few minor modifications. You know what I'm saying? Just like the world is correct and embrace villainy, a little bit of modification onto Neely Fuller Jr. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tedra. What's good with it, Tedra? People have content creators on YouTube that they like, that they've watched for a long time, that they know and trust. You know what I'm saying? And what I would advise people understand is that YouTube is a wealth swapping apparatus that's not designed to swap wealth or create wealth for us. Shout out to Jason Black, because Jason Black has actually referenced this and talked about this before. I've actually referenced this and talked about this before. And if I'm not mistaken, Jason Black actually did a really good stream about it. I forget who it was that he was talking about, but he was talking about how this one individual literally for no reason had like 800-some thousand subscribers and was able, based on his YouTube revenue income, to be able to create infrastructure where he could be able to write and publish books. All right. Why is that important? Why is that important? It's important because if we talk about algorithm masking, and if we talk about algorithmic manipulation, and if we talk about shadow banning, shout out to my man Torian. What's good with it, bro? These are things that create roadblocks for us to be able to compete fairly with some of these other people. I don't expect anybody to really compete with a PewDiePie. I don't really expect anybody to compete with a Mr. Bean. You know what I'm saying? Or Mr. Bean. Was old boy named Mr. Beast, right? I don't expect that. And the reason why I don't expect that is because they kind of have a weird genre of a like poppy type, mainstream type content that really, you know, it's just kind of like it's just I don't expect people to compete with that. I look at them as kind of like outliers, but I would expect there to be a little bit more competition with people that are not outliers, right? I would expect that. But what you see is that there's like what you would call like a digital ceiling. There's a digital ceiling, and there's a lot of problems with this digital ceiling. And if you ask me, one of the only ways that we'll be able to deal with the digital ceiling is if we create our own digital building, where we can either keep that bad boy with the top off so people can rise as far up to the top as they want to, or make the digital ceiling higher than the digital ceiling that's on YouTube, Twitch, or any of these other social media apparatuses, right? Because you'll be following vidIQ, you'll be following TubeBuddy, you'll be following best recommended practices, and you'll just sit there and wonder, well, why is it that it seems like I'm doing all of this stuff and I can't get YouTube to work for me in the same way that it works for other people without any explanation? Now, the problem is that as long as YouTube has your content suppressed, as long as your monetization is suppressed, as long as the game is rigged to where it shows that your metrics are not performing in the way that other people are not performing, it doesn't allow you to be able to have access to some of these bridges to value that a lot of these other mega content creators have. Also, it creates a discrediting to where if you come with valid points, the media or other content creators won't acknowledge your content for you to be able to be quoted as fact or as a competing thought leader or competing, you know, what do you call it? Competing idea, competing worldview, right? All of these ideas get flooded all over the place, right? But we can't seem to get ours flooded. And the reason why is because we are working within constraints. We're working within constraints. If everybody else has the ability to work in an open air environment and we're working in an environment behind a fence, that creates a barrier. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. And facts, there's proof and evidence of digital redlining. I would agree with Tori at 110%. If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Now, I'm going to show you guys what the other side looks like if you actually have the YouTube algorithm working fair and in your favor. There are going to be videos out there that are reaction videos to the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef that actually have more views than the Kendrick Lamar and Drake songs on YouTube. You got H3, I mentioned them in my stream a couple of days ago, live, making bank off of this. I've sat back and I've watched all of these content creators. I've seen black content creators that do great content, that got a good amount of subs, like Moxie Approved. You know what I'm saying? He's gone in on this topic with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. YouTube ain't really, you know what I'm saying, giving him the views that he should get, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? H3 podcast, which is a clown podcast, 22,000 people live talking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. When have they ever cared about Drake and Kendrick Lamar or what's going on with Drake and Kendrick Lamar? You know, H3 podcast got that connection with Drake culturally. They ain't like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just put it like that. We talked about that in that stream with Daisy that we did. When it comes to H3 podcast, you already know whose side they're gonna be on because they not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
So a lot of people may not understand that. It's the same thing with DJ Vlad, right? From what I heard, I don't know if this is true or not because I ain't really been following it all like that. But I heard that DJ Vlad sat up there and tried to say that They Ain't Like Us wasn't mixed down and mastered properly, or it wasn't mixed down and mastered according to some type of specifications. I've never heard DJ Vlad's mixing and mastering. I don't know what type of equipment DJ Vlad is a mixer or a masterer of. I don't know if he knows digital production, analog production, if he's used to DATs, ADATs, you know what I'm saying, Yamaha soundboards or what. But the thing is that when you got a DJ Vlad who doesn't really have a production history trying to criticize, because clearly, you know what I'm saying, he ain't like, he like Drake. You feel me?
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
If people's brains were correct, you would have actual producers, a Timberland, a Dr. Dre, people like that come out and say, well, we're producers. We've been producing music for XYZ, and we don't see these claims as legitimate. Would you guys agree? But you notice, for whatever reason, there's no coordinated effort to do that, to put that type of coordination in. And shout out to DeAndre. Make sure y'all show DeAndre some love for being a like enforcer. Throw them like enforcers in the chat. And shout out to my man, New York State of Mind. Make sure y'all show New York State of Mind some love with the $5 super sticker. As always, bro, you already know. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all show him some love. Throw some flames and some radiation emoji in the chat for standing on business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
All right. So again, one of the major importances is to be able to quote unquote control the narrative, right? But if we don't control any elements of the vessels that the narrative is run through, it's going to make it very difficult for us to control the narrative, right? If you look at it like information logistics, if you look at logistics, if you don't own any of the roads, or if you don't own any of the transportation mechanisms, it makes it difficult to control commerce. You're at the mercy of the people that do. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me the thumbs down. All right. So this is why these things are extremely important. Now, what's interesting about it is that I've talked about this before, but like I don't think it really hit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it might hit a little bit more today. You know what I'm saying? There is a pipeline, stepping stone of wealth from YouTube content creators that have access to the full, I guess, arsenal of weaponry on YouTube to create the maximum amount of money that then falsely legitimizes them to then be able to be stepping stones and be the recipients of major investment by companies with massive amounts of money. Massive amounts of money. Shout out to Tammy Dorsey. What's good with you, Tammy? Shout out to Torian. Torian said, you see Macklemore tried to come out with a diss record towards a certain entity involving them folks over there and them people. Nah, I didn't say. You know what? I actually was watching the replay. It was Black Alpha Network. I was watching his stream, and then I had to leave out the stream because I was at work. And then when I was finishing it up, I heard Black Alpha Network talking about that. I was like, man, that's wild, man. I ain't followed what's his name? Macklemore. I ain't heard of him or followed him in forever. You know what I'm saying? But he was one of them people when he first came out. I was like, this dude corny. He's a clown. I said the same thing about Pitbull a long time ago, but people was liking Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know what I'm saying? People seem like they started to become more aware of certain things now. So, you know what I'm saying? They're not really feeling that all like that, which is good because I mean, like Kendrick said, man, when it comes to, people like Pitbull and stuff like that.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Shout out to that song, man. Shout out to that song. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, man. This song, my only issue with it is that this song came out too late, man. Because when that riverboat brawl went down in Alabama, as soon as that chair went up in the air, the loudspeaker should have just started playing.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
I'm just saying. That should have just started bumping. You know what I'm saying? So an article from Hollywood Reporter came out. YouTube racial subscriber gap. YouTube racial content creator gap. Look at who getting all the money. Look at who getting all the money. These falsely manipulated YouTube statistics are creating false legitimization for these people to be able to expand and springboard beyond YouTube to then be able to enter into the corporate world or into the Hollywood world or into the entertainment world or into the boxing world and be able to amass even more money. And then you got people like Mike Tyson contributing to it. You got people like Floyd Mayweather contributing to it. Think about this, man. Think about it. I want y'all to sit back and think about this. This is one of the reasons why before it was popular to go in on Ice Cube, I was going in on Ice Cube. Because when I told y'all when Ice Cube is going on his quote unquote media tour, right? He ain't talking about none of us. Even though when he was making music, he was talking about us. You know what I'm saying? When it come to where he want to break bread at, he's not talking about us, right? Now here go the thing. If you're maximizing exposure, I get it. I understand, right? Because as you guys know, when I talk about business, I talk about business realistically. I don't talk about the Wakanda business model that's going to stifle your market cap. I'm talking about global business, right? So with global business, that means that you're going to have to do business with other entities. That's understandable. However, there should always be a portion of your business that you use to improve the business and revenue generating ability of those who are like you that you know have a little bit of a disadvantage. You got to ask the question, why didn't Ice Cube at least even chop it up with Philip Scott? If we're going on a million plus, right? The only people that we talking to, because we big like that, you know what I'm saying? We stuck up like that. You know what I'm saying? We using the status like that. The only people that we talking to is the people that got a million plus. Okay. All right, I get it. We got Phil Scott. Phil Scott got a million plus. Why Ice Cube didn't go over there? Let me ask you guys a question. Do y'all think that would have helped or hurt his platform? Even if Ice Cube didn't go and talk to anybody else, just the way that the YouTube algorithm works, had he brought that volume of traffic to Philip Scott's channel, that would have trickled down and brought more volume and more eyes to a lot of us. Just based on how the YouTube algorithm works. People that's grouped in the content creator group with Philip Scott, some people would have been able to benefit from those views that Philip Scott got. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Right, facts. Shout out to Torian. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Kai Cenat got some type of deal with Nike, but I don't know exactly to the extent of what type of deal he got with Nike. You know what I'm saying? And again, this kind of stuff right here is one of the reasons why I say, yo, man, like as far as those rappers and stuff like that go, stop promoting other people's stuff. Stop promoting all of those clothing companies that have come out with statements literally saying they don't want us wearing their clothes. Okay, cool. Let's come with our own clothes, get behind it, you know what I'm saying, and charge people, run it up for them wearing our style, stealing our swag, swagger jacking, not being colleagues, right? To my village people, you know what I'm saying? Torian said they push Kai Cenat as the top streamer on Twitch, but they not giving him no deals like Mr. Beast or Logan Paul. And that's a fact. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Why? Why not? Why not? We gotta ask that question. And then even we just know that the answer is not. So just knowing that the answer is not, plans got to be put in place to either mitigate that or to be able to reduce the impact of it if we're going to stay around on the platform. Organization helps. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody, man. We got 30 people watching. I appreciate y'all. We got 25 likes. If everybody can bang on that like button and get us to 50, then give me a like, give me a smash that like. You know what I'm saying? Share the stream out if you haven't liked it already. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to get it up to 50. From Mr. Beast to Logan Paul, why Wall Street is infatuated with influencers. Which influencers is Wall Street infatuated with? You think they infatuated with Corey Holcomb? Look at how good Kwame Brown was doing when he first came to YouTube. How come didn't nobody give him any deals? Look at Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels popularized and brought new talking points to YouTube that had not really been discussed on a mainstream level. And if they had been discussed on a mainstream level, they hadn't been discussed in the way that he was discussing them, in the format that he was discussing them, right? He had a massive influence. What deals did he get? He got a raw deal. Why do y'all think that is? Kevin Samuels was a dude that was just a regular dude, you know what I'm saying, Manosphere content creator that was doing good, you know what I'm saying, for the most part on his own. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't no YouTube megastar. And then boom, he just became a YouTube megastar. And I think he earned it. I don't agree with everything that Kevin Samuels said. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? He used to get roasted every now and then, the same way everybody do, because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But like I've always said, though, you can't deny that he was a good content creator and he brought something different to YouTube. And you know what I'm saying? Like he was doing his thing. He had a professional looking platform. You know what I'm saying? Where was the deals? What businesses on Wall Street was interested in reaching out to him? And I mean, Kevin Samuels, he would have been the perfect content creator to reach out for you know, endorsement deals for clothing, you know what I'm saying, for drinks. You know what I'm saying? He had the candles. You know what I'm saying? Nobody reached out to him, though. Probably because a lot of these businesses that are reaching out to these people, they're not owned by So if they're not owned by should there be an expectation for the reach out? See, that's the question right there. Should there be an expectation for the reach out? So what that means is that there's a couple things that we got to do in order to correct this situation. The more that we correct these situations and the more that we are able to identify these problems and mitigate these problems from the roots down, it'll even take away revenue from a lot of these companies. Give us more revenue for us to be able to coordinate efforts in other places like politics, education, technology. If that's what people wanted, more people would be talking about that. But people don't want that. People just want you to be upset without any direction or no focus on the bullseye. I'm trying to show y'all how to get from point A to point bullseye. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Venture firms are luring digital megastars with $100 million deals to expand their brands outside of YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Let me ask you guys this question. How do you get access to being able to advance and get a deal like this if the algorithm is manipulating how your content is viewed? Think about that. I want y'all to think about that and answer that question for me. How do you get access to that type of deal if your content is manipulated and the algorithm is manipulated to make it where it looks like you're not being viewed very often? Got to talk your way through this stuff. So if we know that we got that barrier up, then what? Then what? Keep banging your head against the wall? Then what? You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, Jimmy Donaldson, better known as Mr. Beast, ventured to Bentonville, Arkansas with his management team to talk creators and chocolate. Donaldson, a giant on YouTube. What the 250 million plus subscribers, was aiming to leverage his audience. You see this? Yeah, you guys see like how it just keeps scrolling up for no reason. He was aiming. I'm about to not try to highlight anymore because I see that just don't want me to highlight today. He was aiming to leverage his audience to build a real world business, a candy line called Feastables, and Walmart based in Bentonville signed on as a launch partner. Think about that. Right. Exactly. I agree. New York State of Mind. Right. Now, I agree. Right. And we know this. Right. We know this. At least I know this. Right. Let me ask you guys a question. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that comment because that's a perfect comment. How many of us know that these companies are not interested in using data and metrics to offer deals based on the most profitability to us, to people like us? Shout out to my man Yoshi Mori. Make sure y'all show Yoshi Mori some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for the $4.99 super chat. Yoshi Mori. He said stopping by to show support. Gotta head out. Play Mumra for me real quick.
Spirits of evil transform this decayed form to Mumra, the ever-living.
Y'all know what time it is now. Let the crash out begin. You know what I'm saying? Let the crash out begin. Oh man. Now let me ask you guys this question. We gotta break this down analytically. What content creators that you all watch that are like, ugh, are competing with this number to even be able to use a data justifiable reason to say, I should be able to get some type of outreach like this from quote unquote corporate America also? If you have the algorithm working against you so that your numbers are masked, first and foremost, you're not going to ever be able to get reach like that. Which means what? We know this, right? And then even if you were able to get reach like this, who owns the companies that are making these reach outs? This is what I'm talking about resource scarcity. Resource scarcity. Enterprise scarcity. Do you guys know that a lot of these YouTubers are making tens and hundreds times the amount of revenue that mom and pop shops, mom and pop businesses are making? YouTube. Mr. Beast is a YouTuber. He's got a management team. Just work harder. Just work harder. He works so hard. He works so hard. So now there's an obvious solution to this, because the solution is always obvious. It's always obvious. I'm going to tell you, most times the solution to a problem is the opposite of the problem. In most cases, right? In most cases. Isn't that how math works? On the equal sign, usually on the other side of the equal sign, or to solve for X, you got to use equal and opposite. So how do we mitigate that? How do we mitigate that? The answer is very obvious. Shout out to New York State of Mind with the $5 super chat. Standing on business. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all show New York State of Mind some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some duck.
Get the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I'm rich, bitch!
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Standing on business. Definitely appreciate you, bro. So think about this. We got to think about this. We got to solve these problems. You know what I'm saying? If we constantly, just say we know what they do versus what they don't want, that doesn't solve any problems. We simply know what a problem is and then continue to work in that environment. Which you got to ask yourself the question, why would anybody do that? You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. So now here it says, Feastables now brings in 9 figures annually in revenue. Donaldson told a conference last year, making it a textbook example of how a creator can monetize fandom. How many people can monetize fandom like that? How can you even get fandom if YouTube won't distribute your content to where you can even get new exposure to where people can make the decision of whether they're interested versus not interested in you? I'm gonna try to highlight this again. I hope it doesn't scroll up. Let's see. Okay, good. It didn't. Whew. I was getting worried for a minute there. Feastables now brings in 9 figures annually in revenue. Value chain. They didn't offer it to Kai Cenat, even though Kai Cenat is better than us. He not like us. He made that clear. He the one said that. Shout out to Kai Cenat for saying he not like us before Kendrick said it. Nobody was mad when Kai Cenat said that he not like us. But when Kendrick Lamar said it, they got mad.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? Did y'all notice that? How many people noticed that when Kendrick Lamar said that they not like us? Nobody was mad about it. But it's a lot of people mad about this one.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AB. Make sure y'all show my man AB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man AB Promotions. Make sure y'all show him some love.
One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Oh man, y'all already know I ain't gonna be able to get no Mr. Beast money. So if it ain't for y'all, man, I'm gonna be broke like my man right here.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Oh man, shout out to AB. AB said, "Oh snap, we live and sucker free. They not like facts, bro. Facts.
They not like us. 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 They not like us."
Man, that's wild. That's why it's wild. That's just wild, man. That's just wild. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Donaldson told a conference last year, making it a textbook example of how a creator can monetize from fandom, which is interesting, right? Because I read these textbooks. Okay. I know for a fact that Walmart and a lot of these retailers are now going, okay, what Jimmy did in chocolate and what Logan Paul did in hydration with beverage brand Prime are creators building in other categories. And should we be more aggressive? Of course they should be more aggressive. But here's the question, though. Are these creators manufactured? And of course, they're manufactured, you know what I'm saying, and they're set up for success by built-in programming. Now, again, we know this, right? Instead of sitting around saying we know this, we need to be moving on this. But who's trying to get anybody together to quote unquote move on this? Who's doing that? Nobody. The money is in getting people upset because people have been reinforcing the idea that there should be some type of expectation for the people that have all the resources to share the resources with you. They're not going to. They stole them and they're going to fight to the death to keep them. What is it that people don't understand about that? What about that don't sink in? You know what I'm saying? I really like we need to solve this disconnect. It amazes me when people see this kind of stuff and they're outraged. But then again, it goes back to if we believe what we say, then we should understand that this is how the movement goes. So how the movement goes, we need to create apparatuses that go against the movement. But that's not what people want to do. If that was the case, there would be more people talking about it. There'd be more people putting together efforts. There'd be more people trying to do these things. There's not. There's more money in getting you emotionally charged and having the belief that things are supposed to be fair versus creating a situation where you dictate whether fairness is applied or not, or you're the one who manages who gets treated fair versus who doesn't. But that takes work. That takes planning. That takes strategy. That takes a minimum level of standardization. And in many cases, the evidence shows that people aren't up for the challenge. So if you're not up for the challenge, then people should understand that you're accepting the status quo. And if you're accepting the status quo, you're reinforcing the status quo. And if you're reinforcing the status quo, you're not making sense complaining about it. because while you're complaining about it, you're actively a part of the machine that's making it continue. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, I got to agree. Shout out to Hurricane IQ. Hurricane IQ says we need some long-term planning. This won't happen overnight. Facts. Facts. Shout out to my man DeAndre being a like enforcer. Make sure y'all enforce them likes. You know what I'm saying? Throw them like enforcers in the chat. Bang on that like if y'all haven't. Share it to your social media. Look at this. Says Reed Dusher, CEO of creator management firm Knight Media. How many people knew that there was a creator management firm? Damn, see, there you go again. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. How many people knew that there was a creator management firm which has repped Mr. Beast in all areas until recently, but now just repped Donaldson for his Feastables business? So, I mean, he's making, like, imagine how much is this dude making? How much is Mr. Beast making? Who wants to do some research real quick? How much is Mr. Beast worth? Shout out to Tia. What's good with it, Tia? Shout out to Jay Fields. What's good with you, bro? How much is Mr. Beast worth? Anybody know? Somebody look it up and throw it in the chat. It's a phenomenon not lost on financial firms, which are increasingly eager to bet on creators and carve out their own piece of the pie or chocolate bar. Feastables, for example, raised $5 million in 2022 from venture firms 776, Shrug Capital, and Sugar Capital. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many of those companies do you all think are owned by Black people? Black Americans, more specifically. $100 million. Shout out to Jada Informant. Throw some flames. $500 million as of 2024. Shout out to Hurricane IQ and Torian. $500 million. Let me ask you guys this question. How many YouTubers like are worth that amount? And why do you think that they're not? And he just worked. Is it because of hard work, ingenuity, brilliance? You know what I'm saying? Right? That's what it is. He's willing to work hard. He's willing to do things that we're not, you know. Right? Said he raked in $700 million last year. How many of y'all raked in $700 million last year? Shout out to my man PD that remains. Shout out to Caldona. What's good with y'all? Fed 15th reported he's bringing in $700 million and said, I'm not rich. He definitely ain't like If you say some stuff like that, you ain't like You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Shout out to Torian. Marquise Brown Lee, who has been doing YouTube way longer than Mr. Beast, is only worth $45 million. Let me ask you guys this question. What do these numbers tell everybody? Shout out to you guys also for pulling these numbers up. This is great. What do these numbers tell you guys? Everybody in here should feel like how Mr. Anderson felt on Matrix. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. How is it that Kendrick Lamar can have 2 songs, you know what I'm saying, on the Billboard Top 100? But, like, you know, where's this YouTube subscribers? What about any of the celebrities? Where's their YouTube subscribers? What does Mr. Beast do that would bring more eyes to him than 50 Cent or LeBron James? Think about it. I want y'all to sit back and think about this. I mean, not even trying to be funny, but, you know, they like to say, let's take race out of it. Okay, let's take race out of it then. Mr. Beast got more subscribers than Donald Trump. But everything is right. Don't question it. You're the problem. Right. Shout out to Torian. Right. Now, check this out. Torian said, Black Light Revelations. One thing I forgot made Mr. Beast so popular were all of those giveaways. He was giving away lots of money, cars, and even homes. Here's my question. Where did he get it all from? The best I can give y'all is some drops. The best I can give y'all is a thank you. The best that I can give y'all is at least a couple drops of content every week. Why? Because MicroStrategies ain't really interested in talking to me about cryptocurrency. Grayscale, you know what I'm saying? Don't really care if I'm alive or not. The same way don't none of these companies really care about if you alive or not. How do you just have massive houses and cars to give away? And who's he giving them to? Where do you get the money for all this stuff from? Nobody, people don't really question these things. Just understand that. Just understand that he's a hard worker and don't question it. And you're lazy and you're just asking for a handout. What about these businesses? How did these people own these businesses? Where did all these businesses come from? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a phenomenon not lost on financial firms, which are increasingly eager to bet on creators and carve out their own piece of the pie or chocolate bar. Feastables, for example, raised $5 million in 2022 from venture firms 776, Shrug Capital, and Sugar Capital. For us, we had already tested out Mr. Beast's fan loyalty quite a bit, Dooster says. We had known roughly how many t-shirts, hoodies, and hats were sold within the first 24 hours, weeks, or months, and it could really kind of back into like how deeply do people care about him? Will they purchase some type of item when he sells it as well? And the thing is that he's got so many subscribers that really it doesn't matter, because even a small percentage of his large amount of subscribers would make substantial revenue. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, then give me a thumbs down. The creator economy is no longer some nascent curiosity. It has become a legitimately big business. Goldman Sachs analyst Eric Sheridan estimates it's a $250 billion market, one that will grow to nearly $500 billion in 2027. All right. So the $250 billion market of influencer investment is going to double in 3 years. It's going to double in 3 years. Let me ask you guys this question. Out of that doubling, what percentage of that money do you think that we will be able to get? Give me a number of what percentage of that money do you all think that we'll be able to get with that doubling? And why would we not be able to get a big or a good percentage of it? So let's ask this question. Is it a matter of quote unquote hard work that we're dealing with here? What's the real reason? What's the real reason? And while platform and direct advertising is still the bulk of that, many popular creators are branching out and thinking about building real businesses off of YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, hoping to leverage the relationship that they have with the subscribers in the process. Now, what if your content is affected by the algorithm where it makes it where you're not able to get subscribers? I want you guys to pay attention. Look at all the people in the chat. Shout out to y'all for being there. Look at the members. We got multiple people that have been members of the channel for over a year. Some of them been members of the channel for even 2 years on my other channel. Where's the new people at? How do you go live, drop videos, and do content at the same time for all these years? And you got the same people in the comment section. They'll lie and say shadow banning is not real. Facts. They'll lie and say that the algorithm's not manipulated. But at the same time, one thing that they'll never do is they'll never tell you, well, this is exactly how the algorithm works. This is how it mathematically draws in subscribers to your content. Think about that. How many Torian Torian got a bunch of live streams that he did recently that all got over 10,000 views. He should have been had all of those 10,000 plus viewed videos. He should have had significant channel bumps. How did he not? Somebody make it make sense. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Val for standing on Bidnat for 21 months. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all show her some love. Throw some flames, some ducks, some radiation emoji in the chat for Val standing on Bidnat.
I'm standing on Bidnat. I'm standing on Bidnat. I'm standing on Bidnat.
Get the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
I'm rich, bitch.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Deneen. That's facts. And TD's not the only larger channel that, you know what I'm saying, that I get shouted out on, which is interesting, right? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Deneen. Deneen said, plus Robb is always showing up on TD's channel. He gets shouted out on a larger platform, yet that isn't converting into new subscribers. Something isn't right. Yeah, and like I said, he ain't TD, and shout out to TD, no disrespect to TD, but he's not the only person. You know what I'm saying? It's other sectors of YouTube that I be in, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, y'all may not be around in, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, I deal with those people as well. AB, you crazy. You said Method Man. Oh. Hey, Method Man and ODB, rest in peace, ODB. They had the old man sounds down to a science, didn't they? They had harmonizing them old man sounds down to a science. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Private equity firms and other financiers have taken notice. Consider High Mount Capital's recent $100 million plus investment in YouTube trick shot star Dude Perfect. How many people have heard of Dude Perfect? If you guys have heard of Dude Perfect, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have not heard of Dude Perfect, then give me a thumbs down. I haven't heard of Dude Perfect. I don't even know who this person is. You know what I'm saying? But this company here, High Mount Capital, recently invested $100 million plus into YouTube's Trickstar Dude Perfect. Now, let me ask you guys a question. The owners of High Mount Capital, who do y'all think owns High Mount Capital, and where did they get all their money from? See, we got to start asking these questions, because what people are acting like is money will just fall out of the sky. Well, it does for some people because of unfair and built-in advantages. Other people, it doesn't for other people. We really want to expand what we can create for families to actually use their own homes, and we feel like the possibilities are endless. Dude Perfect co-founder Kobe Cotton says, okay? We thought a significant investment made sense just because when you look at all the things they have in front of them, working with sports teams, retailers, and opportunities for events, we want to make sure there's enough capital to really do it well. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Again, we got to break this down very finely. How do you get in front of sports? Look at this. How do you get in front of sports teams? I want you guys to pay very close attention. Think about this. The majority of rappers, hip hop artists are black, right? The majority of athletes are black. Who do those people come and deal with first? So how do you do this when the people who are supposed to prioritize you are automatically looking to move past you? If I told Ice Cube, yo, why don't you come holler at me? Why don't you come holler at me about politics? You know what I'm saying? I'll throw up a stream real quick, put you on a thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Let you tell the audience what you want to do and let them be the judge of how they feel about it. He would never come here because YouTube only allows my videos and my live streams to be capped out at about 40 people watching. So he will never come to my, because what will be the return on that? So now, unless he's just one of those type of people that keeps it real, like, bet, we gonna do this. I'm gonna come to your channel. I'm gonna use my social media, tweet it out so people can come and watch it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the people that come watch you are gonna watch it, so we can, you know what I'm saying, have that group of people there, and then that big group of people will bring more people. It's not gonna happen. But instead, Ice Cube be like, nah, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go holler at Tucker Carlson and Logan Paul. If we can't even get the people like that to come holler at us, man, how we gonna get venture capital? So these people, by being idiots, people like Ice Cube, by being idiots, they're actually hurting us. Because those would be ways where we could mitigate the algorithm. Snoop Dogg want to come to my channel, you know what I'm saying, tell about a new, you know what I'm saying, edible product that he got. Nah, he ain't gonna come to my platform and do that. He gonna go to Logan Paul and them and do that. You're gonna go and go to places where you're not helping to build anybody up, but you're gonna contribute to somebody's already existent wealth. These people are idiots. And this is one of the reasons why I say stupidity should be a capital offense. Shout out to Carlton Way. Stupidity is dangerous. Stupidity should not be permitted. But it is. And stupidity is also rewarded, which is one of the reasons why these stupid people are making so much money, because they know that the stupid people that I'm talking about don't have the brain power to actually work to contribute to mitigating some of the unfair competition that we deal with. They have no interest in doing it because there's not a big, that what they can see, not a big financial reward in it for them. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Where's the coordinated effort to bring that to Front Street? Where's the coordinated efforts to bring that to Front Street at? All the people that got huge voices that could really put the pressure on some of these people, really get eyes looking at them. Where is it at? There's people that only listen to certain people. They're not going to sit there and listen to me complain about this stuff, because since I'm the one that's saying it and nobody else is saying it, well, then by golly, it's not important. But at the same time, though, they'll sit there and complain about an issue that I'm talking about and say that it's just not fair. Well, I think it's not fair that people don't want to, you know what I'm saying, put their heads together and try to figure out something to mitigate that. I don't think that that's fair. Now what? Now we got it's not fair versus not fair. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, we thought a significant investment made sense just because when you look at all of the things that they have in front of them, working with sports teams, retailers, opportunities for events. Look, check this out, man. I live in the same city that LeBron James came from. You think he could come through and give me an exclusive interview? No. And I even know people that used to, you know what I'm saying, play on the same team as him, the St. Vincent, St. Mary. I want to ask you guys, what do you all think causes the idiocy? What do you all think causes the idiocy? These are idiots that we deal with. And what's ironic about it is that these are the very people that the politicians run to create the false narrative that these people are, quote unquote, the voice. The voice of what? The voice of whom? You know what I'm saying? The voice of who? The voice of what? Most people are simply trying to get people emotionally involved to be upset about this. What is this? What does being upset about this solve? Does it put any money in anybody's pocket? Anybody gonna get rich off of being angry? I ain't never really seen it. Maybe it might happen, but I haven't really seen a lot of examples. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all. We got 34 people watching and we got 45 likes. If everybody can bang on that like button and try to get us to 70, that'd be great. We thought a significant investment made sense just because when you look at all the things that they have in front of them, again, how do they have these things in front of them? Working with sports teams, retailers, and opportunities for events. We just want to make sure that there's enough capital for them to really do it well. So they're invested in their success. So not only are they getting success investment based on the YouTube algorithm, they're getting success investment based on capital firms that have billions of dollars to be able to invest on them because they're looking for a return on investment. Literally nobody's looking to invest. People don't even want to hear us talk, let alone invest, which means that the people that do want to hear us talk, we have to be the investors. But if you try to create that effort and you try to spread that message, there's always that dude on the couch, like on Belly, that's just gonna make stream after 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 stream and tell you that you're a grifter. Oh, don't let somebody get a hold of the fact that you bought a Gateway computer and the cashier at the store was white. You already know what's coming next now. Now you a coon. So how do you deal with that? Don't let you get pulled over on the street for a parking ticket. Somebody catch a picture of you with the police officer at the side of your car. Then you was an informant dropping information and you a snitch. Because that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? Now, here go my question. Who's putting a gun to anybody's head, making them move like that? You know what I'm saying? What the barrel look like? You got a 45 up to your head, or you know what I'm saying? You got a 44 up to your head. You got Desert Eagle. You got a 9. What the barrel looking like? I don't think anybody has a gun to their head. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says that influence is real, with Ilian noting how a Dude Perfect branded beverage, which is $9.99 in some cases, some locations, drew lines to the Smoothie King chain this year. So imagine this wealth transfer. These people are young too. All these people are younger than me, man. They younger than me, making all this dough. Younger than me. So imagine where they're going to be when they get my age. Imagine where they're going to be when they get your parents' age. value chain, pushing them right up. And remember, as we move into the future, just like how the Bitcoin mining is decreasing and Bitcoin is becoming scarce, money and wealth are going to be increasingly hard to get as well. So now what? People see this and they know this, and instead they still want to, instead of putting efforts together to do things to try to mitigate these constraints that we have to deal with, it makes you the man to fight with everybody else. Or we're going to find reasons to fight with everybody else. In a lot of cases, people that got influence. I ain't saying everybody because we don't naturally rock like that. But there's some people that tends to happen a lot with. And it doesn't really make sense. Shout out to Tia for being a ducket enforcer. Make sure y'all show Tia some love. Throw some ducks in the chat for Tia. Shout out to my man DSB. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to Hurricane IQ. Yeah, Hurricane Mr. Beast reminds me of a YouTube version of like some game show on Nickelodeon or something. But then again, you got to ask, where are people getting these resources to do these kind of challenges and all this different kind of stuff they out here doing? Where are they getting this at? You know what I'm saying? These people sold these beverages for $9.99. They drew lines to Smoothie King chain this year. Or consider Logan Paul's Prime beverage brands. Prime Hydration, which competes with Gatorade. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? This dude is just on top of YouTube and then came out with a side gig that's competing with one of the top electrolyte hydration beverages in the world. Now, if I was sitting up here complaining about this, if I was sitting up here just calling names and making jokes and stuff like that, man, it'd be like 700, 800, 900 people in here, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, let's make fun of him. And at the end of the day, we still broke as hell. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man DSB for standing on business, man. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Facts. I gotta agree with Deneen. Deneen says they can't fail. Set up for success. Right. But the problem is that when I have, you know, when I decide to do my content, you know what I'm saying, and I say, okay, what's our plan for success? The conversation falls flat. And then if I push the issue, there's always people who somehow can foresee the future better than I do, yet they don't have a content library that reflects that and says that suggestions that I might have are either impossible or won't work or we're incapable of doing them. Which, again, that's where you get into that, why are you wearing a dashiki sitting up there sounding like Tucker Carlson talk, that people don't like when I start to criticize. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You sit up there with a kufi on your head sounding like Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean? Shout out to Torian. Torian said, you can't even grift your way to that with the Disney content you've been doing lately. And it's because you're black. Facts. It's because we not like them. You know
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, man, listen, man. It's so it's so much context behind that They Not Like Us song. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be trolling with it. How many of y'all heard y'all parents say that back in the day? That's why I be dying. That's why I die laughing when I heard that song. I was dying laughing because all I think of is a snot-nosed brat. Like when I was like 8 years old in the grocery store acting crazy and the mom couldn't control it. And I'm looking at my mom like, you would have whooped my ass if you was acting like that. And she just grabbed my hand up and go straight to the cash register. They not like us. Y'all ain't never had the They Not Like Us experience. That's what's so funny about that song to me. But like, I ain't heard nobody talk about it in that context though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be hearing things, and then like I don't be really hearing the matching shit. Like, y'all ain't never heard nobody in y'all family say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this kid crazy. He just called his mom stupid. You see that video? He just slapped his mom. You know what I'm saying? Your parents be like, they not like us. but if everybody's so real out there, how come nobody is referencing the parent conversation about they not like us? Like, I question a lot of shit, man. I question a lot of shit, man. I gotta yoke people up by their collar and slam them up against the wall real quick, man. I just gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta ask. Like, you know what I'm saying? People be saying that they did this and grew up a certain kind of way and this, that, and the other, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit don't be hitting them the same way, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Tori. And Tori said, don't crash out, VLR. Yo, I got the seatbelt on. I got my seatbelt on. I got the key turned on for the passenger side, too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Right now, I'm on the right side of the yellow line. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm on the right side of the yellow line. I just said though, like yeah, and we don't do that. Thank you, Val. Exactly, we don't do that. Man, he ain't washed his hands after he got done pissing. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you know, all right. You would just think that, like, as much of the discussions that are going on about that song and how like it's being related to us, it's not being talked about like from where it came from, like where that is commonly heard at. And like and I ain't trying to be funny, man, but like it's in most cases it's always a female relative that say that. You know what I'm saying? It's either like a cousin that you got, or like it's an auntie, you know what I'm saying, or it's your mom that say it. Or your grandmother, you know what I'm saying, and it just be hilarious, you know what I'm saying. It just, but I you know what I'm saying, like I said, like I don't know, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you don't be hearing it all like that, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying. I play the YouTube game, you know what I'm saying. So now here it says the influence is real, with Ilian noting how a Dude Perfect branded beverage. So I read that like 6 times already. I think y'all got the point. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, we didn't get down here yet. Prime Hydration, which competes with the likes of Gatorade. Prime Energy, which competes with the likes of Red Bull. Shout out to Torian. Torian said that. Bloomberg says that this will make $1.2 billion this year. The connection between creators and their audience can drive real revenue. So now, like always, like any conversation, right? Same way we do when we talk about cryptocurrency. How is the racial subscriber gap contributing to the racial wealth gap? That's my question for you guys. Anybody that's watching on the replay, you know what I'm saying? Throw your 2 cents in. Shout out to Jago DeRouge. I don't think, Jago DeRouge? Yeah, I thought I saw it. Hey, I saw that comment that you made, bro. I don't know if you saw it, but on the community post, I actually posted a headline and an article about, oh, you know what? That wasn't you. That was somebody else. I was about to say, I thought you was the one that had asked about the 16 psych, but it was somebody else. If that individual is watching and haven't commented yet, I posted an article about the 16 psych asteroid in the community post. All right. $1.2 billion. And these people are already making lots of money off of their YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? These people are going to be able to these people are going to have their families going to be set. While, you know what I'm saying, we're telling our kids, if you work, I'll help you pay for half the car. While these people are going to be buying their kids a car lot when they turn 16. That will generate enough revenue to carry them through the rest of their life if they don't plan on doing anything anyway. People, to me, like the level of irritation, it's not high enough. It's not high enough. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man DSB standing on Binnat, super chatting me
Again!
keeping me from being like this.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat. Now, let me ask you guys this. Why is it that why do you feel that a majority of people have not really dedicated time and effort to create workarounds for this type of phenomenon, if it really bothers people as much as they claim that it does? Because it does bother me, and I have actually tried to create workarounds. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Why is there so few people? There's more people interested in being angry about this instead of actually fixing it. Because the ultimate decision is up to us. Do we want to continue to keep playing in an unfair and rigged arena, or do we want to make our own arena? The evidence shows that the majority of people would rather just keep playing in an unfair arena and then faking and acting like they don't understand why they're not able to score. That's what the evidence shows. If people don't want the evidence to show that, then my advice to people would be to move a different direction. But for some reason, I don't know, man. I don't know. For some reason, people just don't decide to make those moves in the other direction. Now, why? Now we got to get down to the nitty-gritty of why that is. Why is that? Because that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to address that. Shout out to shout out to Tedra. Tedra says, I always hear we are the biggest consumers, but we're never chosen to produce advertising revenues unless you're a major celebrity. That right there is because we're waiting to be chosen, right? We have the only choice should not be waiting to be chosen by some clowns. The choice should be, let's put our money together to make big bank. That should be the choice. But see, people haven't made that choice yet. Instead of putting our money together to make big bank and to create big walls, people want to be chosen. See, like I'm a different kind of animal. Shout out to Glock 16 on Could Have Been House. I'm a different organism. Shout out to Glock 16 on Could Have Been House. I'm a different organism. You know what I'm saying?
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
You know what I'm saying? And again, the expectation to be the quote unquote chosen one of them folks, people gonna wait around and die on that hill. They're gonna die on that hill like everybody died on the Daisy Chin Hill. They're gonna die on that hill just like they died on the Daisy Chin Hill. I'm about to get roasted tonight. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying. And the thing is that this is what I'm saying. This is one of the reasons why I do this type of content, because all of these idiotic decisions and all of this goofy movement and backwards movement, you could look at it and see it anywhere. We could talk about Fresh and Fit and the way people crashing out for Daisy. We could look at this, you know what I'm saying? People expecting to get chosen for some deal that nobody's going to choose. They're going to choose somebody that looks like their son or their brother. Shout out to Deneen. Deneen said, no offense, but that rapper needs to be standing on the elliptical trainer. Yo, that he's actually a comedian. This dude, he's not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg is in that video, but it's this comedian named Drewski. now even Drewski, right? Who watches Could Have Been House? Where's Drewski's deals at? Look at the numbers. Go and look at the numbers on the episodes of Could Have Been House. Look at the numbers on Could Have Been House. How is Drewski's channel not growing? How you get 1 million views every single time you drop a new episode, and you're still dropping shorts and other content, but you got this whole show going on your channel, and Drewski got a sponsorship with what's the name of that place? Raising Cane's Chicken, right? Shout out to Drewski for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But his channel, I mean, it's big already. He got 1 million subs. Shout out to him for the 1 million. But like, if you ask me, he should be bigger. His channel should be bigger. Drewski's channel should be bigger than No Life Shack. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't even know he had a Bud Light commercial. Shout out to PD. Yeah, PD said Drewski been coming up since the early 2000s and is very popular. Look at Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb, he be having 10 to 15,000 people in his chat a night. How's his channel still got the same amount of subs as O'Shea Duke Jackson? Think about this. This is why I'd be telling people, man, pay attention to like the little analytical stuff. Pay attention to it. And then as you go from content to content, ask yourself, what kind of sense does this make? What sense does this make? We see these kind of disparities even when it comes to Black content creators. It's very different how some Black content creators get treated as far as from the algorithm versus how other Black content creators get treated. And then it's a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? For the other Black content creators. And then it's a different world for the white content creators. Shout out to Janine. Janine said, I'm old, child. I don't know these people. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. I'm old too. You know what I'm saying? I got a young heart though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm old. I be trying to tell these young folks.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
See what I did there? See what I did? I be trying to tell these youngins. I be trying to tell these young bucks out
here. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Oh man, I be trying to tell him. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to tell him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Fantasy. What's good with it, bro? Oh man. So yeah, so it says the connection between creators and their audience can drive real revenue. You know what I'm saying? But that connection with fans comes with a price, and it is a big reason why creators are exploring opportunities outside of the major video platforms in the first place. YouTube and TikTok have enabled content creators to garner millions of fans, but they haven't though, and to spread and monetize their content around the world. But one tweak of their recommendation algorithms can alter fortunes quite literally. Yeah. So again, this is something that we know and experience, right? Think about it. Shout out to Fanteezy, right? Because Fanteezy is somebody that's been around for a minute. Fanteezy been around since when Just Talkin was only on TD Hip Hop Media's channel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DSA. What's good with it? Shout out to DSA. DSA said, Shrub Rub. Bro, that's hilarious. Hey, the Shrub Rub was real, man. You see it got them ladies in trouble. Hey, shout out to Super Robot Ed, man. Make sure y'all go check out Super Robot Ed's channel. You know what I'm saying? Super Robot Ed be dropping content about some vintage Transformers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's dope content. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out for real, Val. I be trying to tell these youngins.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? They not gonna know cell phones. The ones that don't have smartphones in them. They don't know cassette tapes. You're listening to some old hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Nas said, "Don't put me in your box if your shit eats tapes." These people don't even know what they talking about nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen to this. Listen to this right here.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
That's what we got to tell. That's what we got to create the situation on YouTube where we making more money than these people, and we sitting up there telling them this.
I'm the king of the world. You will bow down, bitches.
We had to tweak her message a little bit because she was saying some completely stupid shit without the edits. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, Miss Lewis. You're welcome, Miss Lewis. You know what I'm saying? You need to look out and hire me as your PR person because you really, if somebody just lets you loose with a mic, all kind of nonsense comes out. Just let me record it and edit it for you, and then we can put the clips out and it'd be a little bit better for your weird ass. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it says here, I've been weary of the fact that a creator on YouTube means you're beholden to the YouTube algorithm for everything, which is this should tell people something, right? This right here is the constraint. And again, there's nobody except for the people that work at YouTube who know exactly how the YouTube algorithm works. Nobody knows how the YouTube algorithm works. It's only theoretical. You know what I'm saying? Says Doug DeMiro, whose car-focused YouTube channel has 4.8 million subscribers. In the early days of making a good living on YouTube, I was thinking about branching out and trying to create a business that could bring my audience to, despite from the algorithm. And again, like these people don't even have, they don't even have sense enough to diversify their revenue streams. They don't even have sense enough to do it.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Shout out to Brother Dotson. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brother Dotson. You know what I'm saying? The result of that concern was an auction website for enthusiasts of modern autos called Cars and Bids, where DeMoro could leverage the loyal audience he built on YouTube and other platforms to build a business while creating content for Cars and Bids' own channel in the process, which again, that makes sense, right? Now, you guys know, I've told you guys, I would like to expand into different kind of content, although I would still do the same type of content that I'm doing right now. Yeah, I heard Brother Dotson said he ain't like men's no more. I guess he don't no longer suffer from the sickness. Oh man, shout out to Abba and Preach. I guess he don't suffer from the sickness no more.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, he gave him the side neck. The side neck is crazy.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Hey, I'm so not mad at Anton Dotson, man, because like that dude is like the most soft batch cookie in the world. But when it came to his family, though, he had the gangster lean all the way to a 30-degree angle and was talking fruity and greasy. I can't do nothing but respect it. I can't do nothing but respect it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing but respect it. Bro, had he had found that person that broke into their house, he would have beat him to death with his pink dildo. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect your family like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect your family like that. Oh, man.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, man, I shouldn't I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying?
I shouldn't have said that.
Oh man. Man, he stood on pussy business, bro. He stood on pussy business. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him, man. You know what I'm saying? Anton Dodson, the OG. You know what
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. You know what I'm saying? Hide your kids, hide your wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it, man. I'm not mad at it. He was big mad. Don't be messing with my family like that. I'm not mad at it, man. He turned whole Incredible Hulk. All 115 pounds. He was ready to go out and hurt somebody. Hey, not mad at it, bro. Not mad at it. Now, when push come to shove, it shows if you real, what a real want to convert to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the lifestyle, but I'm not mad at the get down when it came to dealing with what went on with his family. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it, man. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to make sure everybody knew exactly what he meant. That's how you get the head to the side like that. Like, that's how you know. You're going to make sure that them words hit.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Oh, man, that's classic, man. That's back in the day. That's back in the classic content day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember, like, people used to find little video clips, and like the little video clips that people would put together. The little video clips that people will put together is like better than the content that people actually making now, man. It's wild, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's still a man, and he acted like one when it came down to it. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Shout out to Tedra. Tedra said it's always funny when you said I shouldn't have said that, or I'm not trying to be funny because you're standing on business with everything that you said. Man, look, I'm telling you, like, my mom is hilarious. She one of them people that's like a natural comedian that don't even be trying to be a comedian, but she funny as hell. And she always used to, that's where I got that from my mom. She always say that. Like, she'll always say that and then say something that was so crazy that it made sense. Like, man, she would say something that was so far out that shit made perfect sense. Y'all ever know anybody like that who would just say like the wildest shit and you'd be like, damn, that shit makes sense like a motherfucker, but you sound crazy as hell. So that's why they gotta specify, like, I just want to make sure that you understand that this is not humor here. I'm actually being serious. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, they tell you the truth that sounds like a joke, but that shit is actually real though. Oh man, yeah. Shout out to Deneen. Yeah, that's where I get it from. That's where I get it from, man. It's hilarious, man. So yeah, so now check this out. I don't know if you guys are familiar who Peter Chernins is. It's an investment group. Peter Sherman's in 2023 invested $37 million into the business, taking a majority stake in Cars and Bids, as well as DeMoro's YouTube channels. They cashed him out and bought his YouTube channels for $37 million. Let me ask you guys this question. How much do you think I could sell my YouTube channel for? What do y'all think? And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. We finally broke the 40 viewer barrier. If you guys haven't hit the like button yet, please take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, and please share the stream to your social media. All right. Damn, we was over the 40 barrier for a minute. YouTube just wasn't having it. This is what they talking about the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're talking about the algorithm. So now here it says initially we were trying to avoid because basically any investors or exit opportunities as we felt we were too small, but we eventually started to scale up and took a call with TGC. The primary thing that made TGC especially appealing was their previous work with other creator-led, creator-founded businesses, DeMoro said. Specifically, I think a lot of investors would try to enter a business like ours and make major changes or not really understand what about the creator relationship with audience motivates people to patronize a business. But TGC understood implicitly, and it felt like an investor that would create a great partnership, not just a series of top-down directives. The relationship is the critical piece of the puzzle. Commerce business must be able to stand on their own to sustain long-term value, says Steve Conensu, a principal at TGC. When a creator has a genuine connection to a passionate and engaged audience who wants to spend, you have an effectively you see that? You have an effectively investable business, I think it said. What the hell? You have a highly effective business accelerant. All right. So again, make it make sense, right? Shout out to Volvo. What's good with it, Volvo? Yeah, facts. Shout out to PD That Remains. PD That Remains says your channel, based on analytical value, is probably worth at 4,000 to 5,000 based on membership value and interactions. Yeah, facts. And they would have to do a calculation based on yearly revenue adjusted for prime rate and see how much the yearly revenue is and probably value it at that, like an annuity. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would probably say that's probably about right, PD. I would say that that's probably about right. Now, again, let me ask you guys this question. What do you all think that this is doing to the racial wealth gap? What is this doing to the racial wealth gap? How many people heard about that $1 billion investment that Biden and the Democrats put into that factory, that Samsung factory in Texas? Again, all of this money that's being put in, right? All of this money, and that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to DC Precise, cryptocurrency valuation units, facts. What do y'all think that that's doing to the racial wealth gap? Give me 1 second, Ruko. I want to see if I can find that. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, yeah. I had a different article, but we got one. So we'll look at this. We'll look at this too, because I want people to understand this stuff about the money, which I think everybody understands about the money. But what we need to now start doing is we need to start using implementation instead of just understanding, because understanding something doesn't really help if you're not implementing and applying, right? Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. If you ask me, there should be an increased effort on encouraging people to apply. You know what I'm saying? Instead, it seems like there's more of an effort on making people cry instead of apply. You know what I'm saying? Instead of try. You know what I'm saying? So now it says, but despite the rise of creator-led businesses and the rapid growth of creator economy at large, there remains a limit to what types of businesses can thrive. Or as one financial source says, I think that there's a lot more capital in the market than there is opportunities at the moment. All right. So now let me ask this question, right? You got Jason Black, who creates movies, right? He got he got a couple documentaries, 730. I think he came out with another one called 830. You got Tariq Nasheed, who got a bunch of documentaries, you know what I'm saying? The Hidden Color series and all that. You know what I'm saying? And, he came out with the Hidden History Museum and all that. Now, here goes my question. Why are there more people that call Tariq Nasheed and Jason Black grifters than there are people that even look at what's going on with Mr. Beast and all of this investment from Wall Street. Now, if I had decided to just fire up a stream and just start going insane with accusations, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know, calling Tariq Nasheed and calling Jason Black scammers and grifters, y'all know how many people would have been in here? It wouldn't even matter if it was people that like Jason Black or Tariq. It'd have been people that like him, like them, defending them, and it would have been haters in here. But it wouldn't matter for me because I'd be getting the ad revenue because everybody would be in here saying what they want to say, right? But my question is why are the standards so high as to what Jason Black and Tariq Nasheed have to do to be accepted as beneficial or as accepted as just even legitimate business versus people just pouring all of this money into Mr. Beast? Let me ask you guys, and always these unfair questions are asked, right? Like, people make people always put this standard on, well, the Hidden History Museum is not going to save the Black community. Let me ask you guys this question. Is any of this stuff going to increase white people's birth rates? So, like, if we're going to ask the question, anytime, like, you know, Tariq drop a video or anytime Jason Black drop a video, if we're going to ask if this is going to save the Black community question, why is there no, is this going to increase the white birth rate question in the same examination for any of these other things? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Jake Paul and Logan Paul and Mr. Beast, they're not coming with fertility clinics to help white people make babies, which is a problem, clearly, for them, because they not like us, you know what I'm saying? Right? But, like, that assignment is always levied on Black content creators who, mind you, don't have the support of Wall Street like these white content creators do. And my question is, how can people be intellectually honest and examine one set of content creators and not examine the other? That's my question for people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Having a hard time there. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, you know, like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man AB Promotions. Make sure y'all show AB Promotions some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man AB Promotions. Standing on business. Make sure y'all show my man some love.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Hey, we had to get Method Man hitting that note. We had to get Method Man hitting that note. You know what I'm saying? AB says support starts in the mirror. I understand where my value chain is. Yeah, I gotta agree. Facts, super facts. And I think that if more people understood that, we would start to see like the rise of a lot of businesses with a decent revenue. And then the thing is to like don't expect to immediately take over the world. Remember, like, these are long-term things. You know what I'm saying? Think it took a long term to establish this pyramid scheme that has us at the bottom. So what a lot of people have to make a peace and understanding with is that some of these things, unless there's some really interesting advancements in technology, which there might be, we might not live to see. Got to understand that. Got to make peace with that. You know what I'm saying? But if people care like they claim that they care, it don't matter if you live to see it or not. The only thing that matters is if what some generation in the future lives to see it. That's the only thing that should matter. But people sit there and complain about generational wealth. And I actually think that people complain about generational wealth because they don't understand generations. They don't understand generations. If they understood generations, then they will understand long-term planning. They will understand creating trusts. They would understand making sure that they have tangible assets in their family so that people have a springboard to start off of. The idea is for every generation that comes after the generation that's current to have them start at a higher springboard point. That's the idea. The idea idea is if you're at 0 to make it where your next generation starts off at 1. That next generation should start off at 2. The generation after that should start off at 3. And hopefully after you get to like 3, then maybe you can start factoring the jump and next group can get up to 9. Then the next group can get up to 21. The next group can get up to 27. And then maybe we can get some exponentials going on in there, right? That should be the idea. But I don't think that it's the idea because we don't never see it conveyed that way. Who's conveying it that way? Again, like these things are just utilized and weaponized as popular talking points. And popular talking points leading to where? Where have they led to? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Jay Fields. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Jay Fields some love.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Hold on real quick.
Silence. Silence. I ain't got no money, pa.
Silence. Silence. You know what I'm saying? My man Jay Fields, you know what I'm saying, dropping it like a Mac. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an old Mac from way back. One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Hey, why did he stare into space like that when he said Himalayas, though? I've been asking that question since I was like 12. And ain't nobody ever answered it for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we get an answer Maybe we get an answer today. Like, why was it so extra?
One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Man, why was he so extra with it? Why was he so extra with it, man? That's one of them great mysteries that, you know what I'm saying? Who built the pyramids? How did pyramids get built? You know what I'm saying? Is anything in the Bible real? And why did Martin look away into the sky like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know, but it's one of the things I want to find out before I go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AV. AV said it's because the Himalayan mountains are high. Yo, y'all think that's what it is? He was trying to look up. He was trying to see how high the game was.
I'm an old Mac from way back. One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Oh man, that is hilarious, man. Hey man, Martin is hilarious, man. I could watch reruns of Martin like every single day, all day, every day for the rest of my life and be good. You know what I'm saying? I'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Now look at this. They said that the pool of creators with an audience large enough and loyal enough to support a business may be smaller than people think. But the exuberance in the space from private equity and investors looking for an edge needs to be fed. A lot of the creators that I speak with, a lot of them are thinking about building businesses. They're thinking about getting into that pipeline of what do I need to do? Do I need to raise capital? Do I need to hire? But it's still very early. Duchester says, I talk to a lot of private equity investors and everyone is looking at this space. I think the hard part is now there's just a little bit of like lack of opportunity or lack of investable business. I disagree. I disagree entirely. And I also think that there's actually a niche that we could actually get into. But the problem is the cooperation from other people that have the revenue. And again, you got to ask yourself the question, why isn't there a specific like a black-owned finance capital group that works as a liaison to link black content creators with black non-content influencers. Why is that not there? Like, not a matching organization. Like, okay, like I see that we have like XYZ content creators, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's establish this media presence. So we're going to make sure that these particular individuals, somebody like an Angel Reese or something like that, gets dealt with these platforms first, and then puts the pause on any press release so that the people have to quote our content. And then after our content has been quoted, then you will give unexclusive rights to other interviewers. In many cases, these people that have the ability to platform don't platform. Yeah, but here's the question that we got to ask though, NY State of Mind. Again, with my model, we're not even involving any of them folks except for simply using YouTube, right? So what I'm saying is that does the lack of that existing actually mean that it's many of us who don't want to see us exceed, which is a problem. Bro, shout out to KO Kid Fit. KO Kid Fit nailed it. Too much business. Too much business. We asking too much. We're asking people to stand on too much business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Because all of these things are real simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things are real simple. Like, all of these examples, all of these questions, like, I'm just whipping this up as I go. Because these are common sense things. And I agree. Shout out to Tia. Tia says, so let's try one of our social media platforms. Yeah, I agree. But then we also need an investment group, right? So I've suggested this before. I'm like, where is the guilds of affluency that are looking to build up other affluency? See, they have those in other places. You know what I'm saying? And I could show those and do streams about them. Wouldn't nobody watch the shit? You know what I'm saying? But I could do it and show it. So there's already a model out there for people to follow. But people aren't following those models as time ticks. The countdown is on to 2053. The clock ain't stopping just because people ain't starting. You know what I'm saying? Like, the clock ain't stopping just because people ain't starting. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? But it's the question. It's the question of priorities. It's the question of priorities. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says that is the conundrum at the heart of the creator economy. The creator-driven content is booming on social media and video platforms, and the desire to branch out into other areas is strong from both investors seeking to deploy their capital into the next big thing and creators looking to free themselves from algorithms. And these people act like they're looking to free themselves from algorithms that have already made them multi-billionaires. We're just simply trying to create structured content and structured content production houses to be able to control actual history for 10 years from now. When people say we not like us, and they trying to say, well, that's a white conservative anthem because these Democrats ain't like us. Well, no, it's not like that, because Kendrick Lamar is specifically talking about Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick Lamar is specifically talking about, people doubling down, calling us slaves when at one time we was all in chains. It's not all about everybody else. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It's not.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? So in 10 to 15 years, when we have to correct the history on that, because these people don't have no history and want to steal. I had a dream. You know what I'm saying? The hell out of here. No disrespect to MLK. Disrespect to the people that disrespect MLK. You know what I'm saying? I had a dream, but I forgot about the cut the check part. Oh, yeah, that was, you know what I'm saying, a canceled check. That was the name of the actual speech. What check was he talking about? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So if we had things in place together like this, a lot of that would be easier to keep track of and keep it preserved. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just using this stuff for buzzwords to get a rise out of people, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff that Neely Fuller Jr. was talking about as far as like quote unquote productive activities. You know what I'm saying? Like utilizing activities that break up some of the current power structure and being able to monetize that. You feel me? But there's not a lot of talks of doing that kind of stuff. And then, you know, the people that do try to actually do those kind of things, they get called grifters. Now, the thing that's fascinating is, like, you know, people will criticize Tariq Nasheed and say, well, you know, he's just giving history and stuff like that you could go get in a book already. But who wrote the book? Like, who wrote the original book? You're talking about you can go get this history from a book. Who wrote that book and is making money off it? So if Tariq Nasheed is actually making content about history as it pertains to him, us, and our experience here in the United States, what about McGraw-Hill? You don't have no videos from McGraw-Hill, though. But guess who does have videos about McGraw-Hill? Because McGraw-Hill was actually caught trying to use their influence to call black transatlantic slave trade forced migration in textbooks that was used down in Texas. But nobody did any videos calling McGraw-Hill grifters, though. But the people with the dashikis on are triggered because Tariq Nasheed made some videos. So make this stuff make sense. Everybody got the answers of what we're supposed to do. And then when people try to do the answers, there's always some 50 IQ babbling buffoon that runs and try to utilize as much momentum from WS as they can to try to get in the way and stop progress. You know what I'm saying? Would you guys agree? Now, again, I'm not sitting up here saying that a video series is going to quote unquote save black people. I don't understand why anytime somebody comes out with something or anytime somebody has an idea that's supposed to quote unquote save black people. The only thing that's going to save black people is if we decide to make the conscious decision to dominate the world. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if a majority of people are able to get behind something like that, which, you know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that makes the majority of us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? The majority of us don't feel like we need to have a world encased in a prison. But some people are just that weak that they do have to do that to ensure their survival. However, anytime other people's survival efforts encroach on what we have, it's our obligation to fight that off, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask me, that's what we're dealing with at this point in history. And the sad thing about us dealing with that at this point in history is that many people have been programmed to believe that defending themselves is somehow fundamentally wrong. But the people that you're defending yourself from literally praise their Second Amendment right. You know what I'm saying? They praise their Second Amendment right. So there's a lot of different fronts that people got to defend themselves on. The financial front, real estate front, resource utilization. But the question is, do people want to do it? If people wanted to do it, we would at least see efforts. But I don't really see. Let me ask y'all this. Can anybody name any efforts, anybody that's doing any of the things that I'm suggesting here? And I don't feel that I'm some type of genius. So I know there's people that have come up with these type of ideas before. But the implementation hasn't been there. So you got to ask why. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with you, bro? You got to ask why. Now, shout out to Tia. Now, check this out, right? Those new platforms, right? See, Ice Cube should do like an exclusive interview on that. LeBron James do an exclusive interview on that. That would be the thing that breaks the ice. But these, or like what they could do is like, you know, NBA players that's friends that hang out with each other. Okay, like let's vlog and we'll put our vlogs on the new platform so that people go to it and watch it. Tyler Perry. Oh, you so black, Tyler Perry. Create a streaming show for the new black platform. They're not going to do it. So we got to put those type of people to bed. You know what I'm saying? And we got to create our own people that we know are going to do that kind of stuff. Like we got multiple layers of nonsense that we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those layers are black before we get to the white ones. You know what I'm saying? But if you say that though, you off code. So like we'll just not say it and never deal with the problem, and then keep asking ourselves why things don't change. You know what I'm saying? Like if we point out anything that we could possibly do different, automatically we're off code because we're quote unquote creating an indictment against black people. I'm not creating an indictment against black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm simply saying these are things that could be done, but they're not, which is a problem. But you can't say that. You can't shine any negative light on that. You can't open your mouth about it. Because if you do, you're a coon. You're off code. Me personally, I find it interesting some people coon and off code, because to me, I think that repeatedly neglecting your own needs is the ultimate form of cooning and being off code. Knowing what the solutions are to dealing with this kind of nonsense and then simply not doing them because you want to make money off of charging people up emotionally to be upset. I think that's a form of cooning, because that's a form of stifling progress. But who cares? Who cares what I think? You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Which is why I don't have $100 million deal from some of these people, because nobody cares. And nobody will ever care. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That's just the reality. That's just the way that the cookie crumbles. People can bake some new cookies. You know what I'm saying? Or people can sit around and look at the cookie crumbs on the ground. Like I don't know at this point like what people want to do. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, but that desire isn't enough. There needs to be a viable business plan too. And again, this is stuff that I've said before as it pertains to things that we need to do. But again, who cares? See, who cares? See, that's the question that you got to ask. Who cares? You got to ask this question, because what this reveals is that even though this is a necessity, people will starve themselves out to wait for other people to accept them and bring them into the fold than creating their own club. And if you're the fish that's swimming against the school that wants to create your own club, you're going to get villainized, you're going to get ostracized, you're going to get misquoted, you're going to get cast aside, you're going to get shunned. And then when nobody listens to you and time passes and things continue to fail, people will then turn around and say you were onto something, but it'll be the very same people who were making the effort to make sure that people didn't explore your ideas, because this is what people do. We've seen this over and over again. Yeah, shout out to AB Promotion. We don't care. We don't care. Somebody right now, there's somebody that scrolled past this right now and said, this ain't a black issue. They got Mr. Bean and Jake Paul on the thumbnail. This ain't a black issue. This some coon shit. Let me find some real shit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. You know what I'm saying? Go look under a rock and see if you find $100 million. You know what I'm saying? Because that would definitely help the racial wealth gap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Abby. What's good with you, Abby? Yeah, absolutely do that, Tia. See what happens. You know what I'm saying? Tia said, I will document what happens if I ask Big Three to put a video ad on the Black/Indigenous platform I am on called Live Waves. Yeah, see how that works. See if it work out. And the thing is crazy is that like these people should be looking, they should be looking for these kind of things and partnering with these people. Like, I mean, like, why don't Ice Cube like do his Big Three, like just stream it onto that platform? Could you imagine how much traffic that would bring there? Like, I want people to pay very close attention to how harmful these celebrities are. Like how these dumbasses like actually cause harm with opportunity cost to the shit that we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Again, just reiterating my point. Stupidity should be a capital offense. I think we need both, Val. Shout out to Val. Val says, do you think we need a large number of small investors instead of counting on big investors? I think either one would be fine. And if there was, you know, a mixture of both, that would work. And then people would need consistent patronization, right? Like you can't just invest and then be like, well, I'm not going to deal with them. You got to keep using them. And then you got to keep bringing like influential names into the fold. Like you see how they keep bringing influential names into the fold to make these things relevant, to make people want to see them, to make people want to be a part of them. You got to have a conveyor belt like phenomenon and keep doing things like that. But the problem is that a lot of, like I said, you can't count on the intelligence of these celebrities or these athletes. There's a reason why the world is structured so that idiots are the idiots of amongst us are the ones who have the money. They act as involuntary gatekeepers. They have a function. There's a reason why Ice Cube talks slower than a snail moves, and he has all the money and access that he has. There's a reason for that. It's part of the design. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not harmful. You're not a threat. You know what I'm saying? You may want to be, you may talk like that. You know what I'm saying? You might have some tough stuff to say, you know what I'm saying, on an album or something like that. But when it comes to like actually making moves that can actually cause actual harm to what we're dealing with, there's nothing there. I'll talk to Tucker Carlson before I do some stuff like that. Oh, for real? Because like I said, if I had the money, I'm setting up abortion clinics in the suburbs if I can get the zoning. You know what I'm saying? I'm tearing down weed stores, or I'm tearing down safe injection sites in the suburbs and either putting up private prisons or, you know what I'm saying, putting up weed stores. Oh, why would you do that? Oh, why would you do that? Oh, why would you do that? I would do that because there's a liquor store right up the street from me. That's why. You know what I'm saying? I would do that because I drive past an abortion clinic on the way to my work, on the way to work. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That's why. But this is what I'm talking about, man. Even when it comes to certain people, there's certain people that are like us, but they ain't like us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain people that's like us, but they ain't like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you start hearing people say that kind of stuff, That's when you know that they like us. You know what I'm saying? So now it says, but that desire isn't enough. There needs to be a viable business plan too, be it a chocolate or consumer products, a car auction marketplace, or a live experience. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. I think the most dangerous thing that I've seen is when a creator thinks that they need to raise capital just so they have the money, when maybe they will come up with an idea of where to spend it. Duster says, you need to have an idea of where you're going to invest the money and what you want to focus on before you even start to talk private equity. None of us are even near access to anything like this, which is sad because this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's sad for us, but that's the idea. It has to be structured like that. You know what I'm saying? It has to be structured like that. Remember, this whole thing that we're dealing with, this is a survival mechanism for brittle people. You know what I'm saying? So in order for brittle people to survive, you have to mitigate the strength of strong people. You know what I'm saying? Like basically the world that we live in is basically them taking performance enhancing drugs to compete with us with just diet and not even getting good food. Which, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, it's pretty pathetic, but that's what we got to deal with. It's still a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you guys a question. How many Black Americans are going to get a piece of the $6.4 billion, and does anybody see a problem with it? The only problem that people see with it is the fact that I mentioned how many Black people are going to see this, and we're asking about race. Why? Because we want to not talk about the fact that nobody's going to get any of this. Now, here's the question. Why is nobody going to get any of this? Well, we can simply say that it's not racism because there's no race-based qualifications. Well, but if we look at the demographics of who owns all of these businesses, even though there's not a criteria or a qualification, for some reason, oddly, there's a huge disparity in who owns all these businesses. There's also a huge disparity in the fact that, you know, people act like they got some type of issue and don't talk about this kind of stuff, but claim that they want to fix problems. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of disparities. You know what I'm saying? The Biden administration agrees to provide $6.4 billion to Samsung for making computer chips in Texas. So this is basically like, you know, white people and some Asian people breaking a big loaf of bread. Now, here's the question. Who cares? Who cares? Here's the better question. What is people's plan or idea to mitigate this issue? So we got to ask the first questions. Is the system designed to include us in this? No, it's not. Because the system is not designed to ensure our survival. The system is not designed to enhance our survival. This system is designed to utilize us to enhance other people's survival. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. So how many people heard about this? You guys listen to great people that, you know what I'm saying, keep you informed on stuff. Did anybody tell you about this $6.4 billion that was up for grabs? Maybe they got some of it, but I didn't tell you about it. Oh, man. Maybe not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The Biden administration has reached an agreement to provide up to $6.4 billion in direct funding for Samsung Electrics to develop a computer chip manufacturing and research cluster in Texas. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How does the distribution of this $6.4 billion throughout Texas along the value chain look? What does it look like? Where's that $6.4 million going to go? Where's it going to go? How's it going to get dispersed? How's the quote unquote trickle down going to work? How's any going to, how many hands is it going to go through before it trickles down to our hands? And how much of it is going to come into our hands? See, that's the question. Does it matter? What is this doing to the racial wealth gap? Does it matter? Does anything? Does it matter? You know what I'm saying? These the questions. These the questions. You know what I'm saying? These are definitely the questions. Real quick, shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. You guys are great. If you guys have not smashed the like button yet, please take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, share the stream to your social media. If you are having issues with notifications or whatever, join the Discord. Just hit that link that's pinned in the comment section. You guys will have a great time in the Discord, I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the funding announced Monday, and this is an old article, so let me see when this was. This was April 15th, all right? I had planned on doing an article about, or doing a video about this. I just never got around to it, you know what I'm saying? So now I finally was able to get around to it. So, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was April 15th, I think it's still important because, like I said before, you know what I'm saying? I think it's very important for us to always keep track of all the money that gets thrown around that people say that they don't have or that they don't have to give, right? Because I don't expect them to give us anything because they're not going to, because the idea is to make sure that we starve. However, we need to be able to have a record of all of these things occurring so that when it's time for us to start creating serious problems for people's families getting food, they understand why it's their turn to starve now. You know what I'm saying? Because when this was being done to us, it was fair. And the only thing that you're saying that it's not fair now because it's being done to you, well, guess what? Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? My dishonesty pushed back my hair, and we don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like...
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Oh, man. The funding announced Monday by the Commerce Department is part of a total investment in the cluster that with private money is expected to exceed $40 billion. $40 billion. What's Black America's cut out of that? Now, see, all these people, right? Anytime any money is mentioned, people should always ask the question, what's Black America's cut out of that? But ain't nobody told anybody to do that yet, so don't nobody do it yet. But when the right people say to do it, then people will start saying it, and then they'll say it too damn much. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the government support comes from the CHIPS and Science Act. How many people heard of the CHIPS and Science Act? Anybody heard of that? Shout out to Slim Thug. I ain't heard of that. Anybody heard of that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that day is definitely coming, bro. And honestly, there needs to be an accelerant on that day. You know what I'm saying?
Ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed form to Mum-Ra, the ever-living!
Yeah, that day should come. Hopefully, even if I'm in a wheelchair, that'd be nice to see. You know what I'm saying? So now here it said Biden signed into law in 2022 with the goal of reviving the production of advanced computer chips domestically. Now, let me ask you guys this. What do you guys think the purpose of doing this was? There's a reason why they're doing this. What do you guys think that the reason is? They want to bring producing computer chips back here domestically. They want to make that a domestic thing. Why? I did. That is. Shout out to shout out to Tia2U. Tia2U, you caught that? Yeah, I said that my dishonesty pulls my hair back. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, I did. You know what I'm saying? I did tall putty tat. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. How many people think that they're probably trying to have a backup system here to be able to produce computer chips in case the United States somehow loses its influence on Taiwan and China increases its influence on Taiwan? You guys think that that's one of the reasons why they would want to make sure that they have some type of manufacturing initiative, chip manufacturing initiative in Texas? What do you guys think is the reason why they want this chip manufacturing effort in Texas? This is important. You know what I'm saying? We got to do the 3D chess. You know what I'm saying? The proposed project will propel Texas into a state-of-the-art semiconductor ecosystem. What's the, oh man, who moved? Didn't somebody recently move to Texas that would be interested in this type of technology? Who moved to Texas? Somebody used to live, I think, in California, if I'm not mistaken. We just got too late, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they moved to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Now we're making it so that we have chips right there. Yeah, shout out to Black Free Thinker. Shout out to Hurricane IQ. Yeah, facts. Everybody's favorite apartheid spawn. You know what I'm saying? Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo said on a call with reporters, it puts us on track to hit our goal of producing 20% of the world's leading edge chips in the United States by the end of the decade. Again, a direct attempt to compete with China. All right. Raimondo said she expects the project will create at least 17,000 construction jobs and more than 4,500 manufacturing jobs. Now, what's interesting about this is out of these jobs, what percentage of these jobs do you think that we'll be able to secure? What do you think? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. You're trying to access the Discord. Is anybody having any issues accessing the Discord? Hold on real quick. I'm going to drop a new link in there. All right. Did you use that link that's pinned into the chat? Now, here go another question. This is right in Texas. Who y'all think is going to prioritize? Who do you think going to get prioritized for these jobs? All right, try that link, bro. Try to anybody that want to join the Discord, which hopefully will be everybody, hit that link that I just put into the chat. So now here says Samsung's cluster in Taylor, Texas would include 2 factories that would make 4 and 2 nanometer chips. And shout out to the 2 people. I think 2 people might have just joined. Yeah, shout out to PD that remains. What's good with it, bro? I think maybe it wasn't 2 people that just joined. I heard 2 beeps though. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Yeah, I heard 2 beeps, but it looked like only PD joined. All right, so shout out to PD. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for PD for standing on business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Yeah, we have a good time in there. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up. So it's going to be kind of difficult, man. This is one of the reasons why we got to create our own jobs, because I guarantee you that these jobs are already taken. Texas is the place where a lot of people come into the United States illegally. So do you guys think that any of those people that come into the United States illegally, if they can escape the wrath of Greg Abbott, do you think that they'll try to compete for those jobs? If you guys think that they will, give me a thumbs up. If you guys think that they won't, then give me a thumbs down. Samsung's cluster in Taylor, Texas would include 2 factories that would make 4 and 2 nanometer chips. All right. Nanometers are extremely small. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, the size of these chips for this discussion is not important, right? But you guys should know that there's an inverse relationship called Moore's Law, where as the size of the chip decreases, the amount of transistors that can be placed on it and processing speed increases, which makes the computing power smaller and more powerful. I've talked about Moore's Law before. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about it some other time, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you know, doing a live stream or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the mainstream has been suspiciously quiet about the migrant crisis. Facts. It's because we got a lot of tuberculosis going on. A lot of diseases, you know what I'm saying? A lot of diseases that the CDC used to have under control kind of popping up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kind of. It's not often that you hear about tuberculosis and the measles kind of popping up again. I ain't implying that it's coming from anywhere in particular, but I think it was Bill Cooper that said, that a lot of things aren't really coincidence. You know what I'm saying? I think that happened there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get my catch bonus real quick. Yeah, all right. So anyway, there would also be a factory dedicated to research and development, as well as a facility for the packaging that surrounds chip components. All right. The first factory is expected to be operational in 2026, with the second being operational in 2027, according to the government. The funding would also expand an existing Samsung factory in Austin, Texas. Lael Brainerd, director of the White House National Economic Council, said Samsung will be able to manufacture chips in Austin directly for the Defense Department. As a result, access to advanced technology has become a major national security concern amid competition between U.S. and China. Well, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Now, how many people have watched any of the videos in the BLR2 geopolitics segments, I should say? Shout out to Mickey D for joining the Discord. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Mickey D. There's a lot of geopolitical stuff that we need to talk about that we're kind of behind on, because I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying, I've been struggling out here, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back into it pretty soon. Yeah, look at that. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. So now with those stats, what does that say? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says we're only 9.2% in Taylor, Texas, and 6.33% in Williamson. I think that's Williamson County, Texas. So what does that say? They're positioning these places where? They're positioning these places where? And the question is, why are they positioning these places where they're positioning them at? Gotta ask those questions. Gotta ask those questions. Gotta have it on document. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Away from us. which is one of the reasons why we got to start building productive businesses away from them and making our businesses more competitive. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. In addition to the $6.4 billion, Samsung has indicated it will also claim an investment tax credit from the U.S. Treasury Department. The government has previously announced terms to support other chip makers, including Intel, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, and projects spread across the country. Now, again, in these efforts, right, that are previously announced, gotta ask the question: how much out of the money will we be given? Now, let me ask you guys this question: if we're already mathematically, right, if we're already facing a racial wealth gap mathematically, right, then on top of it, because of the way that the economy is structured and because of the geography, we don't have access to be able to take advantage of some of these type of opportunities. What does this do to the racial wealth gap? Does this accelerate the expansion? Does this accelerate the expansion? So now with the accelerated expansion, like I said, we got to figure out two things: how to slow it first, second, how to stop it, third, how to make it go in reverse to where it's widening and we're the beneficiaries of the widening gap. Those should be the objectives. You know what I'm saying? Those should be the objectives. And then once we are on the other end of it expanding and benefiting from the expansion, we have to try to figure out how to maximize that expansion and accelerate it to its maximum acceleration. Basically, aka world domination, which is literally what I've said since day one. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, players and pimps, I appreciate you all rocking with me for 2 hours and 34 minutes of your time. Shout out to the replay gang. Always make sure that you guys hashtag replay gang. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out to stream sponsors. We had 13 stream sponsors today. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for y'all because y'all was killing it today standing on business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
And I'm telling you, man, if you go watch on YouTube, man, you will see y'all are a special group of people, man. I appreciate y'all. I don't have a very large audience, but I got a large amount of support. And that just shows that they ain't like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
So let me shout out Hurricane IQ. I appreciate you, bro, for the 8 months of membership support. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen for the $1.99 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to Miss Nisi for the 10 ducats. Shout out to my man, New York State of Mind. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Yoshi Mori, New York State of Mind, doubling down. I appreciate it, bro. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions with the $4.99 super chat. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all show Val some love for standing on BidNet for 21 months. Shout out to her. Shout out to my man, DSB. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to DSB again. Make sure y'all show DSB some love. Shout out to my man, AB, for holding it down. Shout out to Jay Fields with the 20 ducats. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Miss Nisi. I definitely appreciate you. As always, you know that I do. And shout out to Brooklyn Queen again with the $10 super sticker. All right. If y'all not, and shout out to, look like Brooklyn Queen, shout out another $10 up there. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji in the chat to Brooklyn Queen with the buzzer.
Cash rules everything around me. Queen, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
You're not exactly the March of Dimes. So I'm gonna try to get what was either gonna happen is I'm gonna try to get another stream in because there's some other stuff that I want to talk to, just like the regular news stream that I do, which a lot of interesting stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of crazy stuff going on. And you know what I'm saying? I kind of sat back and waited, and you know what I'm saying? People didn't really say too much about it. So we about to go in on it. And then midnight, we got some interesting stuff popping off. You know what I'm saying? We about to take a look at this reaction video to Just Tree because it looked like something went on over there as far as like with that situation over there. And then your girl Daisy got a stream premiere window up for 9 o'clock, talking about she about to expose somebody. I'm talking about Just Tree. I can't wait to see that. That's about to be crazy. I want to see her actually get through the stream. You know what I'm saying? I want to see her actually get through the stream. I'm almost thinking that she did all this so that she could like make some money on YouTube and become a YouTube content creator, a drama streamer. I'm dead. I'm dying laughing, but it is what it is. We about to grift off it and have a good time laughing, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I heard she flagging people. Man. That's not the business. That's definitely not the business. You know what I'm saying? And hold on real quick. I got something for y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got something for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for not throwing copyrights on this.
I see dead people. Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there something? P-Rest stands for bitch and you Malibu most wanted. Ain't no law boy, you ball boy, fish Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy. Nigga better straighten they posture. Got favors all up in contact. Might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow, he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, here 69 God. Ay, freaky as ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your false street cred. Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. Hey, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth for the matter. It was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.
Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like, hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey. I'm really him. Don't believe me? Come and see me. Got 3 wishes from my genie. Now I'm on your local TV. Y'all on tour. Got say she wanna come and see me when I'm in a local city. I'm like, pause though. Please step aside so they can see me. And I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. I'm the realest from my city. That's on my knee. That's on TV. That's on mamas. Niggas don't believe me. Come and see me. I been dodging all that fake. All these niggas working broke, but I been getting paid. All that know me from the street. Flexing for what feature? That's like every other week. Talk behind my back. I kick my feet up, have a seat. Cause at the end of the day, all these watching me as I walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him on God. Walk up in this light. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like, hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like, hey. I'm really him, hold up.